Archangel Michael is speaking with a fiery intensity today. You made a mistake and heaven took notice. If you choose to disregard this message, it will not be easily forgiven. My child, my beloved, before you proceed, understand that this message is unlike anything you have encountered before. This is not for entertainment. This is not a mere coincidence. This is not just another warning scroll that you can set aside. You have been summoned. Yes, genuinely summoned to this message because something significant has been observed in the spirit realm. Something heaven can no longer remain silent about. The angels have voiced their concerns. Jesus himself has whispered your name through the currents of prayer. And I, Archangel Michael, the steadfast defender of divine will, have been released to speak to you, but not gently, not this time, especially after what has just occurred. My beloved, you might not realize it, but your actions, even those you believed were hidden, have been echoing within the sacred chambers of heaven the very moment you made that error, the instant your heart wavered slightly. Even if unintentionally, a light flickered within your soul. That subtle flicker, heaven witnessed it. We all witnessed it. And I must tell you, child, we have watched you deviate just a little, yet enough to potentially invoke a storm, if not rectified immediately. That is precisely why this message arrived now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Because if you do not heed this in time, the consequences will unfold without mercy. Nevertheless, there is still an opportunity if you listen now. If you open your heart completely, but listen attentively. This message was intercepted 3 times before it reached you. Darkness actively sought to prevent you from seeing this. Your adversaries, both in the physical and spiritual realms, would prefer you to remain blind. But you did not. You saw it. You are here. This signifies that you are still chosen. It means heaven still believes you can realign if you do not turn away now. Do not rely on your memory. The upcoming warning could very well be your salvation. You see, child, heaven's anger differs from earthly anger. It is not uncontrolled rage. It is not violent. It is a divine fire of profound sorrow, a trembling of the heavens when a chosen one departs from the path sculpted with miracles. It is a lament from angels when someone destined to carry the oil of destiny allows it to spill. And yes, today that righteous anger has reached me. I have never approached you with this tone before, but I must because what was set in motion at 12:01 a.m. today cannot be easily reversed. You perceived it as minor. You believed you were alone when you acted. But child, do you not comprehend? The walls of heaven are never unaware. They sensed it when your spirit hesitated. They felt it when you opted for silence over truth. They felt it when you granted fear more authority than faith. My beloved, the mistake might not appear significant to you. However, to heaven, it was a fracture in glass. And if it is not mended now, the entire window will shatter. And behind that window lies everything you have ever prayed for. Your marriage restoration, your financial breakthrough, the healing of your body, the salvation of a loved one. It is all intrinsically linked to the obedience of this present moment. You have been put to the test, and I must truthfully tell you, you did not succeed, but do not despair. Do not succumb to guilt. Remember the opportunity you forfeited because you procrastinated. This time, it is different. This time, it is deeply personal. This time, if you walk away, the door will not await your return knock. I cannot mislead you. I was sent to advocate for you, but not to plead. You must make your choice now. Today, my beloved, the scroll of your destiny was almost sealed with disappointment. But your name, yes, your very name blazed in the sky just before the ink dried. And God declared, "One more chance. Send Archangel Michael to speak." That is why I am here, trembling with urgency. Because this is not a drill. You were assigned angels before your first heartbeat. But lately, you have been treating yourself as if you are ordinary. You have allowed people, circumstances, and even your own fears to persuade you that you do not matter, that no one is observing. But heaven is observing. We always have been. And now, I must watch you decide in this very moment, with this very message. Will you step towards redemption, or walk away and let everything crumble? My beloved, if you only comprehended what God has prepared for you this year, you would never risk missing it. If you only knew the cascade of blessings awaiting you, the divine alignments already forming, the extraordinary favor moving towards your name, you would fall to your knees in profound awe. But you have been distant. You have been distracted. You have permitted the noise of others to overshadow the voice of the one who called you. And that is what saddened heaven. That is what must be rectified. Now, my child, I declare this with intense conviction. Do not abandon this message. Do not downplay its importance. Do not simply file it away. Do not think perhaps later. Later will not arrive. The angels are watching now. The scrolls are still open now. Your name is still luminous, but only for a brief period. The light is fading, and I do not wish to see your portion transferred to another. I will not permit your crown to be placed upon the wrong head, but I can only safeguard what you choose to believe. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. We are now at the heart of this message, and I want to pause here and say something directly. This ministry was built to find the beloved ones at the exact moment. God is bringing a warning about a misaligned connection, and to deliver that revelation clearly so they can protect their peace and their path. And it continues because of the partnership of people who received something real here and chose to be part of what carries it forward. If today this message has been reaching the places it was always sent for, support this mission through the link in the pinned comment and in the description below. Give what your spirit confirms. The link is right there. My child, my beloved, you have endured silent wounds that no one perceives. You have carried burdens you never merited, and even heaven has wept observing your nights unravel in stillness. But this is not a time for heaven's silence. But today, as I speak to you, heaven is reclaiming the territory he attempted to seize. I was sent to retrieve what still remains within you, but I require your agreement. I need you to cease pretending you are content with meager blessings. You were never destined for crumbs. You were destined to wear crowns. However, if you do not take this moment seriously, someone else will claim what bore your name etched in gold. My child, a miracle hovers directly above your head. I can perceive it. It radiates light. Beloved, if you have ever felt forgotten, let this moment assure you otherwise. Forgotten souls do not receive messages of this magnitude. Ignored spirits do not capture heaven's attention so boldly. Do you grasp the immense effort of angels that was required to deliver this message to your sight? Do you know how many interruptions were permitted in your life to guide you to this precise second? Reflect on the past 3 days. Reflect on the unusual signs, the peculiar dreams, the sensation of being observed. That was not paranoia. That was not stress. That was heaven urgently communicating in the only language you would still comprehend. And now, I am here louder than ever, because you still matter more than you realize. My child, I need you to understand this profound truth. What you perceive as a delay is in fact a divine defense. What you label a mistake was actually the fissure that allowed your true self to be revealed. God is not finished with you. That is why you are still breathing. That is why you are still called. That is why I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to convey this message with divine fire. Because a pivotal moment lies ahead, a sacred door that will open within the next 7 days. But only for those who respond, only for those who surrender completely, will you be among them. My beloved, in order to be solid, you must grasp how heaven perceives time. We do not measure days by calendars. We measure them by alignment. And at this very moment, your spirit stands in a divine line. A portal is open, but not indefinitely. You have approximately 1 moment's worth of obedience to receive what you have been praying for over years. This is that moment. I know you have gazed in the mirror and forgotten who you truly are. But heaven has never forgotten. I witnessed you when you first spoke light into your own darkness. I witnessed you when you resisted the urge to react in anger. I witnessed you when you chose to believe, even when everything within you screamed, "What is the point?" And that is precisely why you must not walk away now. Because this is the moment of reward. This is the moment where all your past pain begins to make sense. But only if you do not walk away. This work of speaking the truth about what divine crown restoration looks and feels like from the inside, and delivering it to the chosen ones who need to understand what they are experiencing, continues because of the faithful partnership of people who received something real here and chose to seed into it. Support this mission through the link in the pinned comment and in the description below. Every contribution reaches the next chosen one who needs to hear that the quiet internal shift is not confusion but preparation. Give what your spirit confirms. The link is right there, my child. Listen to me attentively. What transpires in the next few minutes of your life holds more significance than you comprehend. Every second after encountering this message is either building towards your deliverance or delaying it once more. I am not here to threaten you. I am here to prepare you, because what is approaching cannot be halted. It can only be transferred, either to you or away from you. And if you disregard this message, the shift will still occur. But it will not bear your name. It will pass to someone who was ready, someone who took heaven seriously, someone who did not delay again. I convey this with love, but also with profound divine seriousness. My beloved, I need you to perform one action right now. I need you to establish this as a covenant. If you sense this message was intended for you, and you know deep within that it was, then subscribe to this stream of light, not merely with your finger, but with your spirit. Affirm yes to divine alignment. Affirm yes to the correction of your path. Affirm yes to the fire of transformation. Affirm yes to heaven's voice speaking now. Because this is not about social media. This is about your soul, the future of your family, your divine position, my child. Listen to me. I wish I could grant you a glimpse of the next 3 months. The unexpected favor, the healing conversations, the divine phone calls, the individual about to re-enter your life with trembling hands and a plea for forgiveness. But I cannot reveal all of it to you yet. What I can tell you is this: you were never as far from your breakthrough as you imagined. It was always one yes away, one surrender away. And this message is that very moment right here, right now. My beloved, do not allow today to conclude without responding. Do not let this day pass thinking you will catch up tomorrow. You will not. The door will close at midnight, not because heaven is cruel, but because heaven is precise. God has been speaking. You have been distracted, but now the volume has been amplified. I am speaking with a voice of fire. You made a mistake, but grace pursued you before the penalty struck, and this is your rescue. This message, this divine intervention, is your rescue. But if you scroll away, if you forget, if you delay again, it will be rewritten, and this time not in pencil. My child, my beloved, I have seen the thoughts you harbor in silence, the questions you dare not voice aloud, the trembling wonder within you that whispers, "Did I already miss it?" And I must declare to you with all the fervor of heaven, I would not be standing here if your answer were yes. You did not miss it, but you did delay it. The path remains open, but it is fractured. You can still traverse it, but the light will only persist if you act swiftly. Heaven is not punishing you. It is pleading with you. You are not destined to repeat the same painful cycles. You were not born to beg for fragments of happiness. A royal table was prepared in your name. But, child, you retreated from it out of fear, out of shame, out of distrust. And now I am here to guide you back before the feast is gone. My beloved, let me share something the adversary hoped you would never uncover. You were not the mistake you made. You were not the words you uttered in panic. You were not the silence you maintained when you should have spoken. Heaven witnessed that moment. But heaven also witnessed your subsequent tears. Heaven heard the way your heart fractured under the burden of guilt. And that is why this message is not a punishment. Do not hesitate, because this is not merely a message. It is a divine courtroom. And I, Archangel Michael, have been sent as both witness and defender. The case against your calling was nearly concluded. But just as the gavel was lifted, a voice cried out from the throne. Wait, the child has not yet heard the truth. That is why you are here. This is your conclusive evidence. This is the light that can decisively turn the entire case in your favor. My beloved, listen to me with your entire soul. The blessing you prayed for is already formed. It is already radiating. It is already en route. But what you do not perceive is that it is delicate, not because heaven is weak, but because faith serves as its packaging. If your faith tears, the blessing will fall through the cracks, and you have been creating holes in your own promise by questioning your worth. A miracle in motion. My child, I want to speak now of something you have confided in no one. There is someone, yes, that person you believe is permanently walking away from you. You think they are gone. But I foresee a dramatic twist approaching. I perceive a divine reversal. I perceive a message being inscribed even now upon their heart. They are going to return, but only after you transform. Heaven will not permit you to receive people while you are still broken in the same way they left you. This time, they are not returning to the former version of you. They are returning to the refined, awakened version of you. But that version only emerges if you remain in this light. That is why the adversary relentlessly attempts to pull you away. That is why distractions are more pronounced than usual today. You are on the brink of a divine identity. That is why everything feels so fragile at this moment. But fragile does not imply fake. It means sacred. I want to stop here with you for just a breath before the final part of this message. You are still in this word, and that itself is the guarding being described. This channel was built to carry this kind of intimate, steady word to hearts that are still in the pressure, still needing someone to name that the small delays and quiet weariness are where the real battle is. If this message has been doing that for you today, go to the link in the pinned comment below. Give what your heart freely offers. A coffee, a small seed, anything at all. Because what you plant into a mission that carries this kind of word to people whose lamps need oil returns to you as more of the very oil being described. The link is pinned. Give when your spirit says yes. My beloved, if only you could discern how close you are to the turning point. The spiritual GPS of your life has been recalculating for far too long. But that is about to cease. The moment you affirm yes to this alignment, everything will begin to reroute, and not slowly. I envision speed approaching. I envision sudden change. That moment transformed your inner fire into smoke, and that smoke has been stifling your prayers ever since. But heaven witnessed it, and God never judged you for it. Instead, He dispatched me to administer spiritual CPR to your spirit, to revive you from the numbness. That is precisely what this message is. A spiritual defibrillator. You are emotionally languishing, but this is your divine shock back to life. My beloved, if you retain nothing else I say, remember this. When heaven speaks with fire, it signifies that the hour is near, and I am speaking with fire. My sword is drawn, the winds are shifting, the oil of anointing is warming above your head. And if you respond to this now, not tomorrow, not when it is convenient, but now, everything can change. It is a pivotal turning point. You are situated in a moment so spiritually profound, so divinely vibrant, that even heaven holds its breath to observe your next choice. Do you not perceive what has been unfolding around you? The dreams, the interruptions, the individuals who abruptly departed, the doors that closed without warning, the delays that seemed inexplicable. Yes, my beloved, you do not need to be flawless to receive what is coming. but you do need to be present. Heaven cannot bestow blessings upon the version of you that refuses to be seen. It cannot anoint the mask you wear for others. It cannot elevate what you refuse to surrender. That is why I was sent not to embellish your comfort, but to dismantle what is impeding your divine acceleration. And I declare this in the fire of love. If you continue to shield your fear, your blessing will pass you by with tears in its eyes. Yes, child, your future mourns when you delay. The angels grieve when you choose limited thinking over supernatural faith. My child, there is something you requested from God in secret. A specific plea. A truly sacred one. You whispered it in exhaustion. Uncertain if heaven even heard what we did, that request has not been disregarded. It has been preserved. It has been marinating in miracle oil, but it carries significant weight. And that is why your journey has felt so arduous lately, because the blessing you sought requires a foundation robust enough to bear it without fracturing. You interpreted the delay as denial. It was not. It signified preparation. But now the preparation is complete, and your yes is the final key that opens the gate. If you utter it now, not in mere words, but in alignment. My beloved, I must convey this with utmost urgency. The adversary perceives how close you are. That is why you have felt confusion lately. This pressure serves as proof of proximity, and I, Archangel Michael, have drawn my sword on your behalf. But I can only protect what you are if you step forward. I will clear the path. My beloved, whatever you touch next will either transform into gold or turn to dust. And it depends entirely on what you do within the next 48 hours. This is not arbitrary. This is not conjecture. The shift is already in motion. A divine decision is being made even now, and the angels have assembled to witness your response. You may not feel prepared, but readiness is not an emotion. It is a surrender. You were never intended to possess all the answers. You were only meant to say yes. Heaven handles the rest. If this is already landing somewhere real for you, I want you to take a moment right now, like this video, as your first act of agreement with what is being named. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that every message prepared for you finds you at the right moment. And go to the link in the pinned comment below. By sowing into this mission, you are helping carry this kind of word to others who are still in the middle of chaos, still learning that their peace is more powerful than any reaction. What you give comes back to you as more of the very calm being described. The link is pinned. Give when your spirit says yes, and then stay, because there is still more ahead. My child, let me share a curious truth. There is someone who has spoken your name in private settings. Someone who has been divinely prompted to seek you, to bless you, to open a door specifically for you. They do not yet fully understand why, but they feel an undeniable pull. They feel an urge to assist, to support, to uplift, and they are close, closer than you imagine. However, the door that leads them to you remains invisible until you step fully into your alignment. If you hesitate, they will not perceive you. If you doubt, they will not hear your name in the spirit realm. But if you respond now, the veil will be lifted. Their vision will clear, and they will find you not by chance, but by divine appointment. My beloved, I know you are weary. I know the battles have exhausted you. I know some nights you question if you have already lost too much. But listen to me. Nothing is truly lost in the kingdom. What was stolen can be restored. What was broken can be remade, my child. This is a sacred warning, a final call from the gates of heaven. You stand at the crossroads of mercy and memory. What will be remembered about this day? That you retreated again, or that this was the day you awakened, arose, and proclaimed no more delay, no more fear, no more diminishment. I choose to believe that heaven still desires me. That is the choice presented to you now, and the spiritual world is observing. My child, my beloved, there is something I must now disclose to you, and I do not share this lightly. A trap has been meticulously laid. It was set not to instantly destroy you, but to indefinitely delay you, because the adversary comprehends something most of the world does not. It arrived veiled as convenience. It spoke with a tone of logic. It employed words that sounded responsible. But heaven perceived what you could not. That calm voice was a spirit of hesitation, and behind that hesitation, that is why I am not here with gentleness. I am here with fire, because fire severs chains faster than kindness does. That is the urgency burning through this message. That is why heaven deferred judgment long enough for you to receive this moment. That is alignment. It signifies that your soul is awakening from spiritual sedation. It signifies that heaven is preparing to position you where your voice will once again impact atmospheres. But this will only transpire if you cooperate. You cannot retreat to your comfort zone now. If you do, you will numb the awakening again, and this time the slumber may persist longer than you can afford. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. The discomfort you have been experiencing, the strange detachment from old dreams, the closed doors, they are not indicators of rejection. They are indicators of redirection. You were never meant to remain in the season you were in. You were never meant to keep circling the same cycle of near breakthroughs. That cycle concludes now, but only if you cease grasping for what God is attempting to liberate you from. You persistently seek clarity. I was present the moment your name was inscribed upon the scroll for 2024. I witnessed the light that enveloped your calling. But I also witnessed how darkness immediately assigned distractions to your path. That is why your focus has been under attack. That is why your peace has been disturbed. Because what is approaching you is not insignificant. It is not ordinary, and it is not safe. It is supernatural. That is why everything around you is being shaken. Your agreement activates angelic intervention. Your obedience fuels the miracle. Your faith severs the final chain. My beloved, there is a paragraph written concerning the next 7 days. I can perceive it. It glows brighter than the rest. Within that paragraph, there is movement. Divine movement. A person is being prompted to think of you. A door is being opened in a place you never sought to enter. A financial release is being discussed in a room you have never stepped into. And yet, your name is there. Not because of who you know, but because of who knows you. I have defended you in battles you were never even aware occurred. And now, I am fighting again, not with swords, and it will be yours if you remain aligned. The adversary will attempt to induce hesitation to make you question your worthiness again. But you must not permit doubt to delay you one more time, my child. I also must caution you. It will arrive cloaked in light. It will bear an almost identical resemblance to the true blessing. But it will come a little too soon. It will require you to compromise just slightly. You will be prompted to lessen your voice for approval, but do not comply. Though unseen, others are observing your reaction as it determines a significant opportunity for your life. Your response is a reflection of your faith, which can unlock what effort cannot. A new presence has been assigned to you, one that will profoundly change your life. You must be healed to recognize this person. Otherwise, you could reject them. Before your birth, your name was inscribed in the spirit realm, connected to a lineage with a sacred purpose that has now been delayed due to past failures. You were chosen to rekindle this divine heritage. This journey is not only for you, but for those before and after you. Your silent battles have been witnessed, and this message serves as your reward for passing unseen trials. As you approach your inheritance, be mindful of the adversary's tactics that may attempt to pull you back. Stay hidden in God, speak less, and pray more. Your obedience is crucial. Prepare for significant changes in your life. As divine protection and a new sacred blessing are coming, Archangel Michael's interventions are reshaping your destiny, already designed uniquely for you. Recognize that the air is shifting, heralding new beginnings as alignments and removals occur. A sacred moment is unfolding, guiding you deeper into your purpose. You were chosen to have sight and discernment in a time when many are blind. Though you momentarily forgot your power, divine protection has always surrounded you. The reactivation of your spiritual contract marks your reawakening, and the shield around you now extends to your destiny. Your words and actions possess immense power. A single utterance can open or close doors. Though some around you may not recognize this shift, it signifies your spiritual expansion and departure from previous timelines, accelerating your progress. Within 72 hours, expect a significant sign affirming your divine alignment. Stay vigilant against confusion and attacks, as archangels guard you. You were marked for transformation, and despite past struggles, you maintained your grip on hope. Do not let yesterday overshadow today. Embrace the sacred energy unlocked for you. As time slips away, the shield must be fully formed before midnight to seize the miracles ahead. A divine scroll with your true name contains moments that will lead to breakthroughs. Someone admires your strength and they await the right moment to connect with you, opening an unexpected door. Your growth beyond past environments was not failure, but preparation for a higher calling, illuminating your path in ways unseen. Your light now attracts divine destiny. Every gesture of generosity further fuels your journey. The portal's glow within signifies divine prophecy, attracting both benevolent and malevolent forces. Archangel Michael surrounds you with protective angels, guiding your next steps with holy intent. A financial miracle is in your midst, emerging from an unexpected source that once overlooked you. Allow this divine shield to strengthen, opening space for genuine connections as false supporters fade. You may feel warmth and a sense of peace as your true purpose begins to align with someone who truly appreciates your essence. This miracle is a time-sensitive blessing, safeguarded against past hindrances. Share it only when secure. Discretion is key. Your royal spiritual lineage is revealed, signaling your call to disrupt darkness and carry a legacy that impacts future generations. The protective shield ensures no negativity can harm you and encourages the sharing of this prophetic message to extend its benefits. Follow the intuitive urges for cleansing and silent prayer, as they prepare you for increasing visibility and honor in influential circles. A divine replacement is on the horizon, reflecting your inherent worth, and the connection you lost will be replaced by a supportive presence. Trust this evolution as you embrace the present moment, resonating at a higher frequency. Near the end of this message, this channel runs purely on people who choose to support it through the link. Whatever you are able to leave, however small, genuinely helps this work continue. The link is pinned in the comments below. Speak cautiously to avoid leaking your anointing too soon. The days ahead require quiet reflection and inner work, free from distractions and negativity. Your miracle is sacred, safeguarded by Archangel Michael, who clears obstacles and restores your reputation in lost spaces. This is not the end. A final prophecy awaits unveiling, offering unexpected rewards tailored to you. If your spirit resonates, confirm it by affirming your readiness. Archangel Michael, with divine fervor, holds the last piece of your message, an enduring covenant marking your transformation. This divine shield repositions your destiny towards significant events, disguised as coincidences, urging you to release fears tethered to the past, creating sacred space for new opportunities. Within 24 hours, anticipate undeniable signs of confirmation, small manifestations fortifying your spiritual account. You have achieved what few do by remaining steadfast through silence. You are chosen, ensuring your miracle unfolds. Archangel Michael proclaims completion of this message, granting you clarity and authority. Your past struggles were preparations for this sacred moment. Now, you embody the light and carry miracles. Move forward confidently. The path is clear, and heaven supports you. You are entrusted with divine secrets, heralding blessings and abundance. Embrace your sacred journey. It is sealed and done. If this message reached you at the right moment tonight, like this video, Subscribe so the next word finds you when you need it. And leave a comment below so someone else can see they are not walking through this alone. Go in peace, chosen one.